Do the updates on those storms now in tropical storm development area, which is off the coast of Africa over here from San Pedro down to Aruba, that area where the tropical development is happening right now, and the Gulf of Mexico, which I think isn't Leslie anymore. We have an update, which this storm is probably going to be Leslie. As you can see, this is the tropical depression right here. And let's see this storm. Joyce, yeah, that's Joyce. So the second name coming next, I think it's Leslie. Most likely this will be Leslie or this will be Leslie, but mostly this tropical depression. So if we go over here, it's still an area that can have a development of tropical depression. And look at this right here, the tropical depression over here that most likely be Leslie is going to get to category 3. And if these storms are probably going that way, you can see the wind direction, how it is. It's probably going to change if this storm becomes Leslie. It's probably just going to go, it's probably going to go through its path, and right here where that is, and then go east and go full west, down, probably straight into Bahamas, or straight into Miami, up into New Orleans, like that. Which is a rare occasion for a storm to go like that, really, sometimes. But it looks like Lee. Remember the Lee's path last year? Except it was more closer to the Netherlands and Puerto Rico. So if we go over here, where it actually looks like you could tell by it. Look at the look of it. See this wind direction going northwest and then turning north, up east. It looks like it's gonna drag one of the rain bands one way, which like a hurricane twirls, and then this side that way, like how a hurricane actually twirls. So that's how you know it's become a hurricane also. If you see how it is over here, one side is going north, south, and one side is going like totally different direction for sure. So then over here we see we have a lot of lightning in the Gulf of Mexico and Caribbean. I mean, that's a lot of lightning though. And then over here we still have some flash flood emergencies, like right here in North Carolina still, because it has stopped flooding yet. And there's a whole lot of county outages. And up here in the Northeast, the middle colonies, we do have some flood warnings because the rain bands and remains of Hurricane Helene is actually gonna go through, but mostly it's gonna go over here, out of the colonies into Ohio, where the Midwest will start on the region. And actually, there's I would say 3 regions three regions that right now, no, 2 regions that have power outage, 3 regions that are getting remains of Helen. So those regions are southeast, of course. This is the most main area, southeast. Then we go in the Midwest over here, and then its remains are in the northeast over here. So the lightning over here could cause some energy storage, which makes the storm powerful. All that lightning means it's going to be development bad. But it's not such a good development risk. If it develops, it's going to be bad. But it's most likely 50-50 in the middle, because 50% is a 5-day risk. Most likely it could become a tropical depression, but if it becomes a tropical depression, slowly it's going to gain really a lot of power. And let's talk about the power outage to the southeast. There's actually still hundreds and thousands, and at least I'd say 10 million altogether still. I don't know, 10 million. It looks like 10 million for some reason. It looks like 10 million. People have no power here. Let's see. Look how much people. 53,000 people are affected. And this probably is going to cover the whole thing up, isn't it? 11,000, not too bad. But if you go over here, it's only 390. That's because it's blue, and the blue means it's not so bad of a power outage. It's 226. That's literally less than it was over here in New Jersey yesterday. But if you go in the middle, right here, this is where it gets bad. 166,567 is a lot. Yeah, for a power outage in that area like that, look at it, it goes across. So if I go here, it's probably going to do the same. No, actually, surprisingly. All I know is that this one has to be big right here when I press it. Yeah, 160. Yeah, that's the one I pressed before. This one has to be big also. 85,000. That's big. Power outages in the southeast. So actually, the development area. There's also a small development area off the coast of Mexico over here in the Eastern Pacific Ocean. You can see it's all across the storm from the Gulf of Mexico, breaking up into pieces and remains of a storm that hasn't even formed yet, and becoming a difference. And only 48 hours, 0%. 7 days though, 50%. Like, really, that's a lot, a big difference together. And we also have a lot of heat, if you didn't know. So let's go change the map to temperature map. And then over here you see that actually, look at that. Let's see, that's actually hotter than usual. Literally, that's actually hotter. That's like, let's see the temperature over here. Forecast. Okay, so the forecast is 94 the highest. We go over here, forecast. 84 right now. You see where this cursor is right here? That's the temperature over here on the side. So we got 84 degrees. That's almost upper 80s. This looks a bit hotter over here in this area, so let's see what it is. 85, it was hotter. This looks normal. Yeah, normal. How before? This looks even hotter. Look at that. Did you see the temperature change from the time range? If you go over here, it has to be really hot. That's what it has to be hot. So we're gonna lock that difference so we can connect to it. So you can see that it's going across from the storm that it carried, which was Helene. It went across the whole Gulf of Mexico, and it all sucked it up from that moisture, which is why I went to category 4, almost in category 5. So that's why the temperature difference are changed over here from 81 to unlock it more to higher 85s. That's what, because the temperature is still gaining over here, and it only has a few more degrees to get together with eastern parts of the Gulf of Mexico from western parts of the Gulf of Mexico, and it goes on and on back and forth. Well, when the other storm forms, it's probably gonna get over here good. It's probably gonna get a good real fast to get ready, but it's probably gonna go to category 4 right here. Then it's ready for this area where it gets a bit cold. But then when we go up here, it's kind of different. Let's see what we have. 89. Yeah, it's kind of different. We had 89 before over there, so if it goes over there, that's gonna be real hot. It's most likely over here. Good again. Let's see. 84. See, it gained from on the coast, which is actually interesting. That means that's why there was rip currents. That on the coast, the water came. That's how rip currents happen. Cause that means it took the moisture with it. That's how rip currents happen. It took the moisture, pulling it from the ocean, from the coast, which is why rip currents happen. It pulls the water, and that's why they get warnings out, because you can be with the water into the ocean and drown. And let's see the winds, actually. It doesn't look so bad. Let's see. 20-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Yeah, that's not so bad from the west-southwest, which is actually, I'd say, right here. See? Right here? Right here. Slightly, like a few hundred degrees. Actually, no, just like 200 degrees. On the border of west down south, across from south and southwest. That's how it's pointing at. And if you go over here, look at the temperature change in Florida from when the storm hit. Let's see. 86, 88 to 69. That's 90 basically to 70 degrees and 60. And it feels like 93. Look at that. It's because it's actually gets sunny because all the clouds basically has moisture in it. So on its path around it, Helene had a big range. It took all that clouds and moistured it up and grabbed it. So that's why it's probably gonna be real sunny over there. Yeah, real sunny. Nope, rain. So if you go with the path over here, this is where it's really hot. So look at that. The storm is gone, right? Technically. If we go over here, it's still raining. Go down here. Raining still, but look at the percentage goes down as we keep going down south. So you see, no rain here, no rain, and look how it got hotter. That's also because of the regions, but that's also because it soaked up the clouds. So that's why it's when a storm is gonna hit you, that's why it's always most likely gonna be real sunny, like real windy and real sunny before the storm hits you. And that's because in front of you, and not only behind and next to the storm, it sucks up in front of it the clouds. So that's why it can get real sunny. Like, look at this. It's probably not going to be so sunny over here. Come on, load. Yeah, it's only 90% of rain because it hasn't hit there yet. We go over here. It's probably going to get 0 more. Yeah. It can't be in the middle. That's not going to be possible. But if we would have observed before, it would have showed a total difference for the time at that time. And yeah, that'll be it for today's video, and I'll see you next time when I get more updates from the storms. Goodbye.